and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded, absolutely disrespectful. We have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had 2 cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say, again, absolutely unacceptable.
Caitlyn Clark
isn't just a basketball player.
Caitlyn Clark
She's becoming one of the biggest rising stars in women's basketball.
May have
From
been
elite
even more
defense
shocking.
To smooth scoring.
Caitlyn Clark
Every
is
time
lying
Cameron
on the floor
steps on the
completely
court,
defenseless.
the energy changes
when a closed
instantly.
fist drives
her shot blocking
straight
is
into her
fearless.
Her
There's confidence
no whistle.
is undeniable.
There's no foul call.
And her game
the
keeps
referees
getting
are
more
looking
dangerous
directly at the play.
every season.
And somehow
Fans
the game
love
continues
her intensity,
as if nothing
her
happened.
style,
Within
and the way
minutes,
she dominates
the clip
both ends
is
of the floor.
everywhere.
And
Fans
the scary
begin
part,
sharing it
Cameron
across every
Brink
platform,
is only getting started.
Furious that one of the
future of
women's
WNBA's
basketball
biggest stars
is here,
appears to
and her
receive
name
no
is
protection
Cameron Brink
in one of the most physical moments of the game. Then the cameras turn to Stephanie White, the one person fans expect to immediately fight for her franchise player. Instead, her reaction feels surprisingly calm, measured, controlled, almost too controlled for a moment that had fans demanding answers. Almost instantly, the criticism begins. People start asking the same question: why wasn't there a stronger response? And that's where this story takes an unexpected turn. What Stephanie White said next, and how quickly public opinion shifted against her, became almost as controversial as the no call itself. Was she choosing her words carefully because she knew every camera in the arena was focused on her? Or did she genuinely not realize how serious the contact looked in real time? And if a head coach remains that composed after her franchise player takes a shot to the throat, what message does that send to the team? There's another question that's even harder to ignore. Has the WNBA reached a point where this level of physical play has become so common that coaches no longer react the way fans expect? And perhaps the biggest question of all, if the person standing closest to Caitlyn Clark doesn't immediately fight for her, who will? In this video, we're breaking down exactly what Stephanie White said during those crucial first moments, how her tone changed as backlash grew online, and why her initial comments created nearly as much controversy as the missed call itself. We'll compare her first reaction.
It's a miracle. It is a miracle. For the first time so far, Stephanie White has actually defended Caitlyn Clark publicly. So, do I wish Stephanie White had crashed out during the game? Yes. Like, let's not get it twisted. If Stephanie White crashes out during the game and stops the play, if she's able to get the game to stop, the referees look at the monitor and clearly toss Alyssa Thomas. Everybody will realize that. Everyone knows. They would have tossed Alyssa Thomas. Nobody can look at that replay. Even the commentators are like, oh, that's a fist to the neck. Everyone knows that that's an ejection.
With what you just heard later after public pressure intensified. We'll also examine whether this fits a larger pattern surrounding the Indiana Fever and the way Clark has been defended publicly throughout the season. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Stephanie White's response became one of the biggest talking points after the game. But before we continue, do you think Stephanie White stayed calm because it was a calculated coaching decision, or do you think she simply misread the moment? Let me know in the comments. One analyst summed up the situation with a simple phrase: it's a miracle. His point? For perhaps the first time this season, Stephanie White publicly defended Caitlyn Clark. But he wasn't ready to give her full credit. His argument was straightforward. If Stephanie White had exploded in that moment, if she had stormed onto the floor, if she had forced officials to stop the game, there's a strong chance the referees would have gone to the monitor for review. And if that replay had been reviewed, many believe Alyssa Thomas would have been ejected. Even the television broadcast immediately recognized what viewers were seeing: a closed fist making contact with Clark's neck. That's why this debate has become so intense. Stephanie White eventually defended Clark publicly. But many fans argue that defending your player after the game isn't the same as defending her when she needs it most. Timing matters. Leadership isn't measured only by what you say in a press conference. It's measured by what you do in the heat of the moment. Had White immediately demanded a review, officials might have been forced to stop play before the opportunity disappeared. Instead, the game continued. The replay window closed, and the conversation shifted from the foul itself to the coach's reaction. That's why so many people continue asking the same question. Why did it take public backlash before stronger words were used? Here's where the criticism becomes even more pointed. Many fans aren't saying Stephanie White